asked Allie this, but after having such a big cushion after 2 days, was it kind of nice to just have like a victory lap or a coronation today, just to know that you had that kind of a cushion with your team and having your team play that well?
Nope.
Okay.
Amazingly enough, 10 shots is not a lot. In team golf, I've seen an 8-shot swing in one hole. And so it can go haywire really quickly on team golf. So I really talked to the girls and acted like we were all square and that it was a final round like any other final round, and we had a job to do, and that was go out and play our game and let the chips fall where they may. So 10 shots is not a lot.
Talked about last week that you felt really good about your team. This time of the year, minus what y'all did last year, just seems they played really well and lived up to your expectations.
And you know, we're a little deeper, and people are having to work really hard to make the traveling 5, and when that happens, the chemistry is awesome, and they work harder. They know they've got to do more than they've ever done in the past, and they really have gelled as a team, all 9 of them, and we've never had this many either, so there's a great chemistry going on with these girls.
I think Allie finished, if I remember, T3 last year, and I almost get the sense that she circled this one as, I want this one really, really bad.
She really wanted this one bad. And to have Jessica and the other girls that are capable of shooting the same numbers now, it pushes her to become a better player. And not just in the technical aspects of what she does, but in the mental control that she has on the golf course. And she had a pairing today that was had a few slow players in it, and played with the same girl yesterday. So she had to really monitor herself and pace herself because she's a little bit more expedient player. And she learned a lot of good lessons. She saw herself getting impatient out there on 5 and 6 and said, you know, Coach, I'm not quite where I need to be. And I said, well, let's think about our pace and how you're going to have to, you know, take yourself somewhere else between shots and then come back. So really exercise your ability to keep control of yourself.
What was going through your mind when Jessica was putting for birdie on the 54th hole to tie Allie?
How are we going to get through 18 playoff, and, you know, between an assistant coach and myself and a #1 All-American and a freshman who is a great player too, and how are you going to, it's a great problem to have, certainly something I didn't expect. Certain that was possible, absolutely. Just how fortunate are we? But they work so hard every day, and I keep telling them every day, you do the little things on a daily basis, and you'll find yourself in this position more often than not.
I know a lot of golfers would rather not play at home just because they know that they're supposed to play well. They get the feeling they're supposed to play well, and they've got people here. You know, I don't feel like Allie feels that way. I think she really likes playing. Obviously, likes playing here, and felt like she was going to play well here.
And our whole mentality is about, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who is watching, it doesn't matter what course we're playing. What matters is your routine and your commitment to the process that you're training in. And if you can take yourself out of any pressure, there is no pressure. We just got lucky and we get to play at home in front of people that love us. So we turn it completely around and don't allow it to be a drawback or a pressure cooker. It's just not going to be.
For the program, though, is just how critical in your mind was it to get this W as a team here in your second year doing this thing?
We were ripe for it, though. You know, you take the program and you see yourself improve in stroke average, and you see yourself get all the top 10s that we've gotten, and you build, and now that we have the depth, you can pull from the depth. And so we were ripe with the field that we had. We were ripe with, we could have played with anybody in this tournament, don't matter what the field was. So it was time. It was time. We could feel it was time. The team knew it was time. They knew they could win. And I told them before it ever started that this is your golf tournament to win. And you do that by prep work. And so if you can answer the question, I've done everything possible to prepare for this tournament, then all you get to do is go and play. And that's when the fun starts.